I believe that Measure A is a positive. First of all, Clovis Unified has done a great job of managing their money for years, and it's been proven with their scholastic achievements, their sports achievements, their facilities, the public events that they're able to hold at all of their school grounds. I'm always proud to go back to a Buchanan High School football game, or to go every time I sign up to be a substitute teacher for one of the Clovis Unified schools to see the state of the schools. Yes, buildings get old, I understand that, but Clovis Unified, compared to their Fresno Unified counterparts, are living the high life. Yes on A. Let's move down to H. Let's move down to the southwest portion of our district, your Hoover and Ahwahnee areas, specifically around McCardle and Eaton elementary schools. Those areas down there are managed by Fresno Unified School District. Fresno Unified School District, in my opinion, has not done a very good job of managing their money over the last few decades, and we've seen that. The budget of Fresno Unified is bigger than the budget of the city of Fresno. I mean, they're what, the fifth biggest school district as an employer in the entire state? Is insane. That they are this big, they have this many quote-unquote professionals in there, and they are still this poorly managed. Now, I understand their superintendent search has been an entirely separate headache, but I'm happy to be endorsed by one current and one former member of the Fresno Unified School Board who has had it. They've had it with this mismanagement. And as a fiscal conservative, throwing more money at the problem is not the solution, so I would vote no on H.
As the only father on the ballot, the survival of the schools is very important to me. I'm a product of our public schools. My children go to public schools. I hope that they will be able to continue in those schools that are adequately funded, safe, clean. When we're talking about these measures, though, we have to be practical about the implications. We are talking about your money. We are in a time where all costs are up. Every household's budget is stretched. So if we are going to have measures that are on the ballot and that we're going to vote for, we have to require some strict accountability and transparency on where it's going to go. Starting with Measure H for Fresno Unified, I'm deeply troubled by the amount of the impact it's going to have on those homeowners. It is a huge jump for people that might not be able to, they're probably having difficulty staying in their homes to begin with because of the increases of the cost of living. And the impact of those dollars to improve their home values, to improve the education of our children, really, there's a lot that remains to be seen there. I'd need to see a lot more about a direct tie to those dollars and the improvements on the child's experience. Again, my campaign is all about putting Fresno families first. I want to know how this affects the kids. As a dad, that's my first and last inquiry. What does this do for the children? And on Measure H, I'm not sold that it adds value for our children. If it doesn't help the kids, it sounds like it's a production grab, and I don't support it. As to Measure A, as you pointed out, Clovis Unified has managed to pay off its prior bond, meet its contractual obligations, meet its spending goals, and continue to grow in a productive way. That's accountability that I like to see. I'm also mindful that in District 6, we carry 50% of the freight for the general fund, or nearly 50% of the freight. And part of that is because our neighborhoods are where people want to be. It's the reason why my wife and I have our home there. We want our kids to be able to go to our schools. And Measure A is something that I can support that's good for our kids, it's good for their future, and it's good for our neighborhoods.